In some Chicago neighborhoods, it is not uncommon to find a grocery store like this one. Fresh produce in the aisles, grade A meat on sale, and a lack of customers. These neighborhoods are not lacking in any nutritional value in their food. East Englewood, a neighborhood on the south side of Chicago, lies in the heart of the city's food desert. Food deserts are regions where no grocery stores can be found within approximately an 8-mile radius. There are plenty of markets, but they are typically filled with chips, sodas, beers, and other junk foods, instead of the more essential facets of the nutritional pyramid, such as dairy and vegetation. Many stores are ill-equipped to carry these types of food due to power shortages. Without adequate power, the food cannot be properly refrigerated, causing it to spoil and rendering it unfit for consumption.
This lack of nutritional food in food deserts is a dire problem because it drives residents to consume food that is low in nutritional value. This type of diet poses severe health risks, what with the high levels of cholesterol prevalent in said foods. An excess of cholesterol leads to plaque buildups within the arteries and other blood vessels, making coronary heart disease and heart attacks more likely to occur. Junk food can also lead to diabetes, which is caused by an excess of sugars in the body and can lead to waste products in the bloodstream, which could result in many varied effects in the body, including foot ulcers and gangrene.
While residents of food deserts are capable of traveling to other neighborhoods in search of more nutritional food, these journeys are often too costly to be worthwhile. Cars are not especially prevalent in the South Side, so most people must use public transportation to find a large-scale grocery store. These stores are usually hours away, so the trip there and back can take up the majority of one's day, consuming time that otherwise would have been spent working or caring for children. Even if people manage to clear their schedules, their journey may be fraught with danger. Crime rates are significantly higher on the South Side, and people can be discouraged by the possibility of victimization.
Food deserts are not only a major problem in the city of Chicago, but throughout the world. We recently talked to Princess Ndaba of Zambia concerning the action she has taken on the issue of food deserts and her thoughts on it. She hopes to initiate a program that brings crops from Africa's unrecognized farmers to the United States.
What is your Garden Links program?
My Garden Links program is it's a virtual online training program where I'm linking up the organic gardening experts in the United States, in the Midwest region, who are predominantly farmers. They're expert farmers, they have huge farms, they have medium-sized farms, and they have small farms. These experts will be linked up virtually with the women in Africa who are there as well, predominantly farmers. The only difference is our African women are subsistence level farming. In other words, they only grow enough for themselves and their household, to eat. So what we're going to do is help them scale up so they can be more productive, increase production, and have more crop for sale for commercial businesses. So the Garden Links program, linking the experts here in the United States with our African women virtually, online, and through Skype video conferencing. They'll actually see each other, talk to each other, watch each other's garden grow, transfer the knowledge from the experts to the novice in Africa.
Many people have attempted to deal with the problems posed by food deserts, but so far they've only provided minimum levels of relief. For example, a retiree named Willie Montgomery runs a carpool to a Food for Less in Englewood. For $8, he will drive shoppers to and from the store. His service is beneficial to those who are wary of traveling to the grocery store due to their fear of being robbed on public transportation, but it still doesn't help the people who can't go shopping because they just don't have the time. Reverend Al Sampson runs a farmer's market outside of his church in Roseland, where he sells fresh vegetables that have been cultivated by the Pembroke farming family, an association of black farmers in the Pembroke Township.
What are some of the nutritional values of the soul food that you bring to people in black communities?
One of the, it's what they call color on the plate. Sweet potato is very important. I go into schools and I take a red potato, I take a white potato, and then I take the sweet potato. but our vegetables have never had a recall because soul food vegetables are not loaded up with a whole lot of pesticides. There is no genetic engineering of the vegetables. So the problem is inside of the food industry, as Africans in America, we can't trust who the people are that are growing the food. When I meet the farmer down south, I actually go to his fields. I actually sit at the table and eat with him so that I get an opportunity to see his or her as a family, their sacredness towards the land. And that's why we take the position that there is no culture without agriculture.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
While the farmer's market provides an abundance of healthy, reasonably priced foods for his community, it's not particularly popular. Most of the locals would rather keep buying chips and soda. While people are currently combating food deserts, it remains an overlooked issue that is impacting families in numerous regions. Without the availability of local supermarkets, much more effort is required of these families to acquire a nutritious diet. Due to the inconvenience of multiple factors impeding their ability to access healthy foods, these families suffer from some of America's worst diseases. Since the problems brought on by food deserts are out of the community's hands, the solution to this issue lies mostly within the government's hands and actions.
Though the issue of food deserts is prevalent in urban areas, the actions taken to rectify these problems by the government so far is minimal. Many people have plans to solve the problem of food deserts, and if more people were to act in the community, then maybe someone would take notice. These citizens' problems can be heard if only someone would listen.